Joining us now is Bradley Tusk. He's the CEO and co-founder of Tusk Ventures, founder as well of Tusk Strategies. That's a political consultancy that advises technology companies. You think the government's got a shot here? I mean, they're asking, for a judge to look back 13 years and 11 years about deals that are obviously long done. It's an argument that some would argue is a tough one to make.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is tough. To me, the hardest part of the government's argument is, Meta did receive approval from the FTC to buy Instagram and to buy WhatsApp. And so, to then say, well, that those FTCs were wrong and therefore Meta's guilty of violating the law, that seems like a tough case to make. But, given that we live in a world right now where things change incredibly quickly for so many different reasons, there are a bunch of variables here, right? So one would be Trump, who knows what could motivate him to weigh on either side of this. Two, the judge is actually at war separately with the Trump administration. That might have an impact one way or the other. Third, we're also dealing with the sale of TikTok right now at the same time. Clearly, what happens to TikTok has a huge impact on Meta. And so this thing probably won't happen just in a vacuum.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Did you just say the judge is at war with the Trump administration?
Yeah, because it's the same judge that said that they shouldn't have deported that guy to El Salvador.
Oh, it's that judge. I didn't know that.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah, so you can't make this stuff up.
No, you really can't. And to your point on Trump, it's obviously, you never know at this point. I mean, I don't know. You think Meta's a monopoly?
I mean, clearly they have massive power, right? But I kind of look at it from the perspective of my kids. I have a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old. They live online. They're both digital natives, and they both use Instagram for sure. But they also use TikTok, and they also use Snap. And so, at least for them, they would say that it's one of multiple products in the marketplace. On the flip side, I always find that when I travel abroad, I don't know if you've seen the same thing, but everyone but the U.S. is on WhatsApp. That one, to me, actually, in many ways, seems more like a monopoly because basically every single other country that I go to, that's how everybody communicates.
Yeah, no, it is. You're right. Whenever you go anywhere as well, everybody asks you if you're on WhatsApp. They got that easy way to send your contact information as well.
Yeah, totally.
Let's talk a little about the market action today, Bradley, because, I think we could have come in. Certainly on Saturday, I think there was an expectation, and even yesterday, even after we got the comments from Trump on the Truth Social post, that we might have a pretty significant technology rally. We didn't really get it. We had a decent day, but nothing great. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that just people don't know what to expect. I mean, markets like predictability, markets like stability. We are in a period of massive instability right now. And so, yes, we got some good news on Saturday, and that's positive. But, you get conflicting messages all the time. Trump is capable of changing his mind at any moment for any reason, including what he sees on TV or reads on Truth Social or anything else. And so I think people aren't really sure what to do.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Well, luckily for me, I mainly invest in early stage technology companies that are private.
Yeah, but it's not an easy environment for them either,
no,
though.
Not at all. And a few things. One is, so we've had, as you know, basically 4 years of no liquidity in venture capital at all. And the thought was that the combination of the election of Trump and the reduction of interest rates was going to make 2025 the year where liquidity finally started to happen, both IPOs and M&As. That's not really the case. We had two portfolio companies, StubHub and Circle, that had announced IPOs that now have them somewhat on hold. And that's just two of a lot. So, that's number one. Number two, I haven't had a single conversation about investing in a new startup or working with a startup, even really early stage companies, where tariffs now doesn't come into play, where their supply chain doesn't come into play. Before this, I usually didn't have to spend that much time worrying about where my portfolio companies were getting their raw materials from or what kind of metals they needed or anything else. And so, usually speaking, you're trying to figure out what are the most innovative companies. Tariffs shouldn't be a big part of that equation, but they now are.